your pillars?
Àwọn wo ni òpó yín?
You have spiritual pillars and physical pillars.
A ní òpó lójú ayé lójúkorojú, a sì ní òpó nínú ẹ̀mí.
Who are your pillars?
Àwọn wo ni òpó rẹ?
They are human beings like you.
Àwọn èèyàn ẹ̀dá bíi tìrẹ náà ni.
God did not create anyone with ultimate power.
Kò sẹ́ni tí Ọlọ́run dá tó fún ní gbogbo agbára.
God did not create anyone with all the talents and gifts.
Kò sẹ́ni tí Ọlọ́run dá tó fún ní gbogbo tálẹ́ǹtì àti ẹ̀bùn.
But he has created some people who have the talents that you lack.
Ó ti dá àwọn ènìyàn kan tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n ní àwọn tálẹ́ǹtì tí wọ́n fẹ́ràn.
The job of these people is to complement you.
Iṣẹ́ àwọn yìí láti gbárùkù tì ọ́.
If God gives you all the gifts and talents,
Tọ́lọ́run bá fún ẹ ní gbogbo tálẹ́ǹtì àti ẹ̀bùn tó ń bẹ láyé àti lọ́run.
you are likely to become proud.
Wàá máa gbéraga o.
You could become a danger to the society.
Ìwọ gan o lè di jàǹbá fún àwùjọ.
So that is the reason God will create some people to complement what you lack.
Èrèdí nìyí jẹ́ pé Ọlọ́run á dáhùn ẹ̀kan láti gbárùkù tì ọ́ nínú nǹkan tó ò ní.
If the enemies are trying to kill you,
Bí ọ̀tá bá fẹ́ láti gbẹ̀mí rẹ,
if they want to destroy you,
tó bá fẹ́ pa ọrùn,
if they want to bring you down,
tó bá fẹ́ rẹ̀ ẹ́ sílẹ̀,
they will try their possible best to destroy you.
wọ́n máa sa ipá wọn kíkankíkan láti jù wọ́n.
But if they cannot pull you down,
Ṣùgbọ́n tí wọn kò bá ní àǹfààní láti lè já ọ kulẹ̀,
they will try and look for your pillars.
wọ́n wá àwọn òpó tó ràn ọ́ lọ́wọ́ tó dì ọ́ mú wá.
I told you these pillars are human beings.
Gẹ́gẹ́ bí mo ti sọ ṣáájú, àwọn òpó yìí èèyàn ẹ̀dá bíi tìrẹ náà ni
They will
wọ́n.
try and identify those pillars.
Wọ́n ṣàwárí àwọn òpó yẹn.
They will try to pull those pillars down.
Wọ́n wá gbogbo ọ̀nà láti wó gbogbo òpó náà kalẹ̀.
And if they cannot pull down those pillars,
Tí wọ́n bá sì kùnà láti lè mú kí àwọn òpó yẹn kán wálẹ̀.
if your pillars are very strong,
Tí àwọn òpó rẹ bá dúró
if they
gbọ̀ngbọ̀n,
can't pull down your pillars,
tí wọ́n bá lè bi àwọn òpó rẹ wó,
they will raise allegations against your pillars.
wọ́n á bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí máa wá ẹ̀sùn sí àwọn òpó rẹ lẹ́sẹ̀.
I told you your pillars are human beings.
Mo ti sọ fún wa síwájú pé àwọn òpó rẹ yẹn èèyàn ẹ̀dá bíi tìrẹ ni wọ́n.
And by the time you start to fight your pillars,
Ní ìgbà tó bá di pé òun dojú ìjà kọ àwọn òpó rẹ,
the enemies can be able to penetrate you.
nígbà náà ni ọ̀tá ráyè láti lè wọ àárín yín.
Who are your
Àwọn
pillars?
wo ni òpó rẹ?
Joseph entered into the house of Potiphar,
Joseph ó wọ ilé Pọ́tífà lọ.
and all Potiphar touched turned into gold.
Gbogbo ohun tí Pọ́tífà sì fọwọ́ kàn ó di góòlù.
Potiphar became highly prosperous
Pọ́tífà ó sì di ẹni ọlọ́láré kọjá.
because a slave entered into his house.
Nítorí ẹrú lásánlàsàn ó wọlé rẹ̀ lọ.
A slave that had nothing,
Ẹrú tí kò ní nǹkan kan ó
but
wọlé
he
rẹ̀.
was carrying God's favor.
Ṣùgbọ́n ẹrú yìí gbogbo ojú rere tọ́lọ́run fún ló ń gbé káàkiri.
There are some people who are carrying great stars,
Àwọn kan wà tẹ́ pé àwọn ìràwọ̀ ńlá ló ń gbé káàkiri.
but it is not time for those stars to manifest.
Ṣùgbọ́n àkókò fún ìràwọ̀ yẹn láti máa.
Upliftment.
Tó o bá ti ń gbàdúrà sí Ọlọ́run fún ìgbésókè,
God will send such people to you
Ọlọ́run á rán irú àwọn ènìyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ sàkání rẹ.
to ignite your star
Láti jẹ́ kí ìràwọ̀ yẹn kó yára tàn,
so that you can become great.
kó o bá lè di ńlá.
Who is your Joseph?
Ta ni Jósẹ́fù rẹ?
How are you treating your Joseph?
Báwo lo ṣe ń bá Jósẹ́fù yẹn lò?
That Joseph may be your maid.
Jósẹ́fù yẹn ó lè jẹ́ ọmọ ọ̀dọ̀ ẹ o.
That Joseph could be your gate man.
Jósẹ́fù yẹn ó lè jẹ́ gateman ní
He
ẹnubodè
could
rẹ.
be your messenger in the office.
Joseph yẹn ó lè jẹ́ ẹni tẹ́ ẹ máa ń rán ní iṣẹ́ tó bá wù yín lọ́fíìsì rẹ.
But will you allow him to do the work God has sent him?
Ǹjẹ́ wàá fún ní orí ọ̀fẹ́ láti lè ṣe iṣẹ́ jíṣẹ́ tí Ọlọ́run ní kó ṣe?
How are you treating your pillars?
Báwo ló ṣe ń bá àwọn òpó rẹ lò?
Joseph was accused wrongly.
Àfẹ̀sùn kan Joseph lọ́nà tí ò nídìí.
Potiphar sent his pillar to jail.
Potiphar sì mú òpó ilé rẹ̀ ó mú lọ sínú ẹ̀wọ̀n.
And after then, do you hear of Potiphar again?
Lẹ́yìn èyí, ǹjẹ́ a tún gbọ́ nípa Potiphar mọ́?
Potiphar went down.
Potiphar sì relẹ̀.
Even when Joseph became prime minister,
Nígbà tí Joseph di igbákejì ọba,
did you hear of Potiphar?
ǹjẹ́ a tún gbókìkí Potiphar mọ́?
Who is your Joseph?
Ta ni Joseph rẹ̀?
It could be that person you are better than,
Ó lè jẹ́ ẹni tó dára jùlọ.
that you are maltreating.
Ṣùgbọ́n tí òun hùwà ìtọ́sí.
If somebody enters into your house,
Bí ẹnikẹ́ni bá wọnú ilé rẹ wá,
maybe you brought him or her from the village,
bóyá àti ìlú yín ló ti mú wá.
and things begin to get better for you,
So dẹ̀ rí pé ohun dògbò dọ̀tun fún ẹ.
begin to watch out.
Máa kíyèsí.
That could be the pillar God has sent to
Ó
you.
lè jẹ́ òpó tọ́lọ́run ti rán sí ọ nìyẹn o.
Maybe when you were a young man,
Bóyá ìgbà tó o tiẹ̀ jẹ́ èwe tó jẹ́ ọ̀dọ́,
you were struggling,
ò ń tiraka.
and God knows He's going to take you to a greater height.
Ọlọ́run sì mọ̀ nínú ọkàn rẹ pé òun fẹ́ gbé ẹ lọ síbi tó ga.
He will send you the wife that will be your pillar.
Ó máa rán ìyàwó tí yóò jẹ́ òpó rẹ sí ọ.
You realize that you are struggling, you are struggling, you are
Ó
struggling.
rí wípé òun tiraka.
But you begin to rise little by little.
Lẹ́yìn èyí wà rí pé wàá máa ga sí nípele kan sí
And in a period of after 15 to 20 years,
ní ìwọ̀n bíi ọdún 15 sí 20 ọdún
you have
sígbà yẹn,
become a brand.
ó ti di ẹni tó lágbára.
You have become great.
Ó ti di ńlá.
And some people will tell you
Àwọn kan sì sọ fún ọ wípé
that your wife has a bad character.
ìyàwó ẹ̀ yẹn ó níwà burúkú o.
Send her away.
Lé jáde.
Send her
Lé
away.
jáde.
It is better you overlook her character
Ó dára kó o fojú fo ìwà tí kò dá yẹn.
because of the spiritual benefits you stand to gain.
Nítorí àwọn ohun ìrànlọ́wọ́ tí òun rí gbà nínú ẹ̀mí.
If you chase that woman away,
Tó o bá lé arábìnrin yẹn jáde.
it's like you chasing away your own destiny.
Àbí ìgbà tí ẹ pé o fi àyànmọ́ rẹ tàfàlà ni.
Ẹ gbọ́ mi dáadáa, ẹ̀yin ọmọ Ọlọ́run.
Hear me, children of God.
Ẹni tí ó jọ jìyà láti ìgbà èwe wá,
The person that you struggle with your youthful days,
tí ayé rẹ wá dára tán,
and when your life has become better,
tó wá ní o fẹ́ lè lọ
and you decide you want to chase him away
lẹ́yìn ọdún rẹpẹtẹ,
after donkey years,
tó bá lè lọ,
if you chase him away,
á sì kì í lọ́nu.
that your virtue is gone.
Who are your pillars?
Àwọn wo ni òpó rẹ?
Who is your Joseph?
Àwọn ta ni Joseph rẹ?
Your children are your pillars.
Àwọn ọmọ rẹ ni òpó rẹ.
Don't allow anybody to talk your children down.
Má gbà kí ẹnikẹ́ni kó fi ẹnu máa bà ọmọ rẹ jẹ́.
Pray for your children. Pray for your children.
Gbàdúrà fún àwọn ọmọ rẹ.
Don't let anyone curse your
Má jẹ́
children,
kẹ́nikẹ́ni kó ṣépè fún ọmọ rẹ.
because your children are your pillars.
Nítorí àwọn ọmọ rẹ ni òpó rẹ.
If the chips are down,
Tí ó bá dojú gbàgede ká tún ṣà.
if there's any problem today,
Bí wàhálà kan bá ṣẹlẹ̀,
it's your children that will stand for you.
àwọn ọmọ rẹ ni yóò dúró gbé ọ o.
It is your children that will be around for you.
Àwọn ọmọ rẹ ni yóò wà yí ọ ká.
But if the enemy separates you and your children,
Bí ọ̀tá bá fi lè ya ìwọ àti àwọn ọmọ rẹ,
you are likely to suffer at old age.
ó ṣeé ṣe fún ọ láti jìyà lọ́jọ́ ogbó.
If God didn't give you children,
Bọ́lọ́hun ò bá fún ọ lọ́mọ,
He knows how to take care of you
Ó
at old
mọ
age.
ó mọ bó ṣe máa ṣètọ́jú rẹ lọ́jọ́
But
ogbó.
if God gave you children
Ṣùgbọ́n bí Ọlọ́run bá fi lè fún ọ lọ́mọ
and you do not do your possible best to take good care of them,
tó o sì tiraka láti lè tọ́ wọn tọ́jú
you
wọn,
don't pray for them spiritually,
tó o kì í gbàdúrà fún wọn gẹ́gẹ́ bí òbí sí
you may
ọmọ,
suffer at old age.
ìyà lè jẹ ọ lọ́jọ́ ogbó.
When you are very rich,
Nígbà tó o lówó ré kọjá,
if you are a very rich man,
tó o bá jẹ́ ọlọ́rọ̀ gidigidi,
take care of your children.
bójútó àwọn ọmọ rẹ o.
Let your children be in charge.
Jẹ́ kí àwọn ọmọ rẹ kó wà jẹ́ àkàkóso.
Because those who want to be around you at old age,
Nítorí àwọn tí yóò yí ọ ká lọ́jọ́ ogbó,
they might be exploiters.
wọ́n lè máa jáwọn tó yẹ pé àwọn ẹlẹ́tàn ni.
They want to exploit you.
Tán lè máa fẹ̀tàn bá ọ
And they would
lò.
like to separate you and your children.
Wọ́n á sì fẹ́ ya ìwọ àti àwọn ọmọ rẹ.
So we need to be careful as Christians.
Ó dára ká máa ṣàkíyèsí ká máa kíyèsára
Your
gẹ́gẹ́ bí onígbàgbọ́.
children are your pillars.
Àwọn ọmọ rẹ wọ́n jẹ́ òpó fún ọ.
There is a man at Ifo.
Arákùnrin kan ń bẹ ní Ifọ̀.
When he was a young boy,
Nígbà tó jẹ́ ọmọkùnrin,
his father had a friend called Baba Olombrella.
bàbá ẹ̀ ní ọ̀rẹ́ kan tó ń pè ní bàbá ọlọ́mbrẹ́là.
Baba Olombrella told his father not to send him to school.
Bàbá ọlọ́mbrẹ́là sọ fún bàbá ẹ̀ pé kó má rán ọmọ yẹn lọ sílé ìwé.
He said, this boy is so dull.
Ó ní, ọmọ yóò ti ẹ̀ mọ
He's
nǹkan
a
kan.
useless boy.
Ọmọ yìí kò tiẹ̀ láǹfààní kankan.
Don't send him to school.
Má rán lọ lé ìwé o.
This boy felt like going to school.
Ọmọ yìí sì fẹ́ láti lọ lé ìwé.
He saw his friends going to school.
Ó rí àwọn ẹgbẹ́ rẹ̀ wọ́n lọ sílé ìwé.
So he went to work for people in their farms.
Ó máa ń lọ báwọn èèyàn ṣe ọgbà lóko wọn.
He carried firewood for them.
A máa bá wọn rugi
He had some money to send himself to primary school.
Ó rí owó díẹ̀ láti rán lọ sílé ìwé.
His father was very rich,
Bàbá ẹ̀ dẹ̀ lówó.
but he didn't send him to school.
Ṣùgbọ́n kò rán nílé ìwé.
Later, the young man sent himself to secondary school.
Lẹ́yìn kò rẹ̀yìn, arákùnrin ó gbìyànjú ó lọ sílé ìwé ilé ìwé
Later, he
girama.
went to University of Ilorin,
Nígbà tó yá ó lọ tó ń lọ sí ilé ìwé yunifásitì.
where he studied Yoruba education.
Ibẹ̀ ló ti lọ kọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ gboyè nínú èdè Yorùbá sísọ.
The young man began to increase.
Arákùnrin yẹn ó sì bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ga, ó sì bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ga, ó sì bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní gòkè sí.
One day, his rich father became poor.
Lọ́jọ́ kan, bàbá ẹ̀ tó lówó ré kọjá, owó náà fìdí rẹmi.
He became poor at old age.
Ó wá di tálákà lọ́jọ́ ogbó.
He had to go look for his son.
Ó ní láti wá ọmọ rẹ̀ lọ.
Baba Olombrella knew that son would be his father's pillar.
Bàbá ọlọ́mbrẹ́là tó jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ bàbá ẹ̀ ó mọ̀ pé ọmọ rẹ̀ ọkùnrin yẹn ló máa jẹ́ òpó fún bàbá yẹn.
That was why he was against him.
Èrèdí tó fi takò nìyẹn.
We need the wisdom of God.
A nílò ọgbọ́n Ọlọ́run.
As a man of God,
Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run.
who is your pillar?
Ta mà ní pílà rẹ̀? Ta ni òpó rẹ̀?
Who is your pillar?
Ta ni òpó rẹ̀?
Who is your Joseph?
Ta ni Joseph rẹ̀?
A man was taken to the city of heaven.
A mú arákùnrin lọ sí ìlú ọ̀run.
A pastor of a church, of a big church.
Olùṣọ́ àgùntàn ìjọ tó tóbi tó gbòòrò kan.
The angel showed him his house in heaven.
Àwọn áńgẹ́lì fi ilé rẹ̀ hàn Ọlọ́run.
He didn't like the house,
Kò fẹ́ràn ilé náà.
but he saw a mansion that caught his eyes.
Ṣùgbọ́n ó rí ilé alágbàlá ńlá kan tó rẹwà tó fẹ́.
And he said, who owns this mansion?
Ó wá ògbà ta ló nílé tó dàbí ààfin yìí.
The angel said to him, that woman in your church, that elderly woman in your church.
Áńgẹ́lì yẹn sọ wípé obìnrin alàgbàlagbà tó ń bẹ nínú ìjọ rẹ ni.
The pastor was highly furious.
Inú bí olùṣọ́àgùntàn eré kọjá.
He said, how could you give this woman this big mansion?
Ó wá ń béèrè wípé èé ṣe tí ẹgbẹ́ ẹ lè fún arábìnrin ní ilé tó dàbí ààfin yìí.
The old woman has nothing to offer in church.
arábìnrin kò ní nǹkan kan tó máa ń dá nínú
She
ìjọ.
has no money.
Kò lówó.
She will just come and sit down. She comes for the service and goes.
A kàn wá ṣèsìn ni á dẹ̀ bá tiẹ̀ lọ.
The angel said, keep quiet.
Áńgẹ́lì yẹn ń gbẹnu dákẹ́.
This woman has been given authority. There is authority in her tongue.
Arábìnrin tó ń sọ yìí àṣẹ ń bẹ lẹ́nu rẹ̀.
She prays for you.
Ó máa ń gbàdúrà fún ẹ.
She is not one of your prayer warriors.
Kò sí lára àwọn afàdúrà jagun
But
yìí o.
before you get on stage,
Ṣùgbọ́n kó o tó débi tó o ti wàásù.
she is the one praying.
Òun ló ti ń gbàdúrà
Òun ló ń
síwájú fún ọ.
dodimu fún ọ.
He's the one holding forth.
That is why miracles are happening.
Èrèdí tí iṣẹ́ ìyanu fi ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nìyẹn.
But how are you treating her?
Ṣùgbọ́n báwo ló ṣe ń bá a lò?
The pastor was not treating his pillar well.
Olùṣọ́-àgùntàn yìí kò ní ìbáṣepọ̀ tó dánmọ́rán láàrin òun àti ìpòpò
His
rẹ̀.
pillar was languishing in poverty.
Òpó olùṣọ́-àgùntàn yẹn kò lówó kankan, ó jẹ́ akúṣẹ̀.
His pillar was dying of hunger.
Ebi ń pa òpó rẹ̀.
But the pastor was taking care of those that he thought were his pillars.
Ṣùgbọ́n olùṣọ́-àgùntàn yẹn ó ń bójútó àwọn tóun rò pé òpó náà jẹ́ fún òun.
After then, the pastor had a change of heart.
Lẹ́yìn èyí, ọkàn olùṣọ́-àgùntàn yẹn dẹ̀ yí padà.
When he woke up from that dream,
Nígbà tó jí láti inú ìran
he
yẹn,
ensured there was food in the house of that woman.
ó rí i dájú wípé oúnjẹ ò tán nílé obìnrin alàgbà yẹn.
Some people will be boasting, we are the one praying for the pastor.
Àwọn kan máa ruga wípé àwa là ń gbàdúrà fún
If
olùṣọ́-àgùntàn.
not for us,
Tí ìbá ṣàwa,
the pastor will be nowhere.
àbá olùṣọ́-àgùntàn yẹn ò ní
Àwa là ń gbàdúrà tí ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run ò fi kú.
We are the one praying that the man of God did not die.
Wow. Keep quiet.
Dákẹ́,
You are not.
ìwọ kọ́.
Because if you are,
Tó bá jẹ́ pé ìwọ ni,
you will not say it out.
ò ní sọ jáde.
You will be humble.
Wàá tẹríba.
Tonight, we are going to pray for our pillars.
Ní àṣálẹ̀, a ó gbàdúrà fún àwọn òpó wa.
Ta ló lóore rẹ?
Who is that your helper?
Ta ló pò rẹ?
Who is that pillar?
Olúwa má jẹ́ kó pò mi wó.
God, don't allow my pillar to be pulled down.
Òpó mi má jẹ́ ó wó.
Don't allow my pillar to fall down.
Ó lè jẹ́ pé ẹrú tó lé dànù.
It might be the servant, the slave that you chase away.
Ní gbogbo nǹkan bẹ̀ sí dàrú fún ọ.
Make everything to crumble for you.
Ẹni tó yẹ kó o jókòó ẹ tó ń fìyà jẹ.
The person that you should be your pillar that you are maltreating.
Báwo ló ṣe fẹ́ lálàáfíà?
How will you have peace?
Àwọn ọmọ rẹ òpó rẹ ni
Your
wọ́n.
children are your pillars.
Òpó mi má jẹ́ ó wó.
Don't allow my pillar to fall.
Àwọn ọmọ mi ẹ má jẹ́ wọ́n kú.
Don't let my children die.
Olúwa gbà mí.
Lord, deliver me.
Ó wàá gbàdúrà láṣálẹ̀
Now
yìí.
open your mouth and pray to
Àwọn
them.
olóore mi ẹ má jẹ́ ó kú.
Don't allow my benefactors to
Àwọn òpó
die.
mi ẹ má jẹ́ ó kú.
Don't allow my pillars to
Àwọn òpó mi
die.
ẹ má jẹ́ ó wó lulẹ̀.
Don't allow my pillars to fall
My
down.
pillars will not be pulled down.
Òpó mi ò gbọdọ̀
Begin
wó.
to pray, begin
Ọmọ
to
mi ò
pray,
gbọdọ̀
begin
wó.
to pray, begin to pray, begin to pray. Olúwa. Òpó mi ẹ má jẹ́ ó wó.
My pillars should not be pulled
Àwọn ọmọ
down.
mi ò ní kú.
My children must not die.
Òpó mi ò ní
My
wó.
pillar will not be pulled
Àwọn
down.
olóore mi ò ní
My
kú.
benefactors will not die.
Àwọn aláàánú mi ò ní kú.
Benefactors will not die.
Gbogbo àwọn tó ń gbàdúrà rere fún
All
mi.
those that are praying for me.
Gbogbo àwọn olólùfẹ́ mi.
All my
Ẹ ò
lovers.
ní wó lulẹ̀.
You will not pull
Ẹ ò
down.
ní
You
kú.
will not
Ẹ̀yin
die.
olóore mi.
My
Ẹ ò
benefactors.
ní
You
kú.
will not die.
Ọ̀run yóò dì í mú.
Heavens will
Ẹ̀yin
devour
aláàánú
you.
mi.
Those that show me
Ẹ ò ní
mercy.
kú.
You will not die.
Lórúkọ Jésù.
In Jesus'
Ọ̀run
name.
yóò dì í
You
mú.
will be held on.
Ẹ̀yin aláàánú mi.
You, my compassionate
Ẹ̀yin ọmọ
friends.
mi.
You, my children.
Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí Ọlọ́run ń lò láti fi dì mí mú.
Every one of you that God
Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí Ọlọ́run ń lò láti fi di ilé mi mú. Lórúkọ Jésù
In
Kristi.
Jesus'
Ẹ
name.
ò ní wó
You will
lulẹ̀.
not be pulled
Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí
down.
Ọlọ́run ń lò láti fi di
All
bàbá àgọ́
those
mú.
God is using to oppose our
Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí
Father.
Ọlọ́run ń lò láti fi di bàbá àgọ́
All
mú.
those that God is using to oppose our
Jákọ́bù
Father.
Sódẹ́yìndé.
That is Jacob will show them.
Lórúkọ
In
Jésù ẹ ò ní
Jesus' name,
wó.
you will not be pulled down.
lórúkọ Jésù ẹ̀ ní
In
ṣubú
Jesus' name, you will
lulẹ̀.
not fall down.
Lórúkọ Jésù ipá ọ̀tá ò ní ká wa.
They are bound on the enemy.
Ipá
will not get
òkùnkùn ò ní
them.
ká wa.
The fire of the darkness will
Lórúkọ
not get us.
Jésù ọ̀run yóò
In
dì wá
Jesus' name,
mú.
will be held on.
Lórúkọ Jésù ọ̀run yóò ró wa ní agbára.
Will be fortified.
Agbágbára ọ̀tun.
We will get a new power.
Jésù Kristi Olúwa
Jesus Christ, they will
wa.
pray.